Hello learners, welcome back to this week's episode of Mr. G's Videos. In the last episode, I talked about how I was going to grade the end of semester team reports. What I would like to do today is go through 5 actual reports that were turned in. In terms of timing, it has been 1 week since the deadline, so final exams are over. Team semester-long reports were due 7 days ago. I've graded them, and I'm going to share 5 different examples with you. First example I'm going to give you is this one, and I want you to notice there's nothing here. This team has not turned in a report. I know this team did work. I know this team had a sale. I know this team had a product. I know this team raised money, but this team has not turned in a report. Therefore, this team has failed, and they will all be getting a 0 out of 100 points. So the first lesson here is no report, no points, regardless of what you did throughout the semester. That's an F. Let me move on to the next report. First comment I'll make here is I have set this project up as, in this semester, a 5-person team, semester-long project. I want you to notice that these 5 people, for their semester-long project, have been able to produce only 2.5 pages worth of report. This is all their documentation. They have not given me an action plan. They actually turned this report in late, and this group did fail their semester-long project, but because they at least turned something in, I gave them a D. A D for giving me something, but essentially, if your idea of a 5-person semester-long report is 2.5 pages, you are going to fail this semester-long project. Let's move on to the next report. Essentially, this team is not very different. They turned in a 3-page report. They thought that was enough documentation. One thing they did better is they did give me a copy of their action plan. So even though this team essentially got a D because lack of documentation, lack of evidence, one very important point here is this team had a goal and they smashed their goal. They raised multiple times amount of money than they said they would. And in the real world, results get rewarded. So even though this team had a D because of a very poor written report, I gave them 10 bonus points for results turning in more money than they set their goal. So this team ended up with a C. Again, 2.5, 3-page reports are not what I expect from a semester-long project of 5 people. Let's move on to this next report. This is going to give you an example of a team which all semester long worked on their project. Not a week or 2 went by that I wasn't getting a submission from this team of each of the Big 10 as they worked on it. And as you look at this, they've given me the Big 10, they've given me their original objectives, they've given me their progress report, they've given me their 4-week action plan, and then they've reported on each of the Big 10. The lesson from this report is this is not an A. This is a B. This is a fine report. The problem here is it's too much theory. Too many of the Big Tens were simply telling me what's in the textbook. What I need to remind you is this is an applied project. So theory alone isn't going to get you an A. Don't tell me about segmentation, differentiation, and target markets. Tell me how you segmented, how you differentiated, what your target markets are. You need to apply the theory. This is a fine report, but it's not an A. The last example I have from you, and at least you think there weren't any A's, there were at least 5 different A's in this project across the 2 classes. So in this final, here's a team. Again, it's a fairly comprehensive report. I mean, doesn't look as nice as this one, but I'm not grading nice. I'm grading documentation. So this team truly accomplished what I was looking for. Table of contents where they documented everything they did. They gave me evidence of everything. They went through all of the Big Ten, but the real difference with this report is they applied the theory. They told me how they segmented their market. They told me what their target market was. This team may have even developed 2 or 3 different products for different market segments. But this is an example of an A. Comprehensive, documented, everything there, brochure. They set a goal, I'll say $150. They raised $300, so they exceeded their goal. Not that you need to do that. This is not about raising money, but they set a goal, they meet it, they exceeded it, they documented everything, they applied the theory to their project, they told me how they applied the theory. That's what's going to get you an A at the end of the semester. All right, so there you have 5 examples of 5 different grades of actual projects that were turned in. I hope this has helped you to understand not only what I'm looking for, but how to grade the projects. Otherwise, Mr. G is out for the last time this semester. Enjoy your semester break.